In this video, I'm going to show you how to use this angle grinder. So in this case, I'm going to show you step by step how you can use this brand. If you want me to teach you how to use another brand, I'll add those videos in the playlist. So now I'll show you the main thing about this angle grinder. So in this case, we are using the DEWALT 60 volt, as you can see here. And here on the other side, we have the model. So as you can see here, we have a DCG418. So I'm going to tell you exactly the main parts, and then we are going to start doing some cutting, so the way you can see how to use it if you never have used one of these before. And I'm going to show you also the different blades and everything else. So now I'll show you closely. So we have a few main parts here. We have the blade, as you can see here. We have the button that will break the axle, so that way this will not spin. So if you're not wondering, okay, why do I want to use that? It's because if you have to remove the blade, you know, you will have to keep it in place, so that way you can unscrew this. Also, we have the handle, as you can see here. The handle, you can use it anywhere. So you can unscrew it if you want to, and you can screw it in another side, for instance, here. Sometimes, if you want to grab the tool like that, and you want to cut, let's say, this, like this, and then you have to use, you know, both hands. Always I recommend using both hands for security and protect your eyes and ears. So that is why I have the ear protectors and I have the eye protectors. Always use both. And if you are maybe in another situation and you have to cut, you know, the other way around, something like that, because the main thing about this is if you are cutting, it depends of how this is going to spin. So for instance, I'm going to press it. You see, it spins like that. So that means if I'm cutting like this, all the sparks are going to go this way. So if you want to, you know, protect your face and everything, you have to pay attention to the turn of the blade, so that way you don't have any issue like that. Another thing that you're going to have here, like I said, we have the handle. We can switch the handle from one end to another depending on the position that we want. Also, we have the guard that you see here, the guard, if you want to switch it. Also, you have an option here. You have a small handle. Let's see if I can remove this, so that way you can see it a little bit better. So the way you have to push it. So as you can see here, you have to push this like this, and then you're going to be able to turn it, you know, one side or the other. So now you can cut it like that, and then I can have the handle like this. So you can cut any way you want, or if you want it like this, you can do it as well. You see. So let's say, I don't know, you want to grab it and cut it like this, you can do that as well. So whatever works for you, that is what you have to use. Grab it like that, and that's it. So another main part is the trigger. So as you can see, if you push the trigger by itself, nothing will happen. So in order to activate the trigger, you have to press the safety trigger that you see here. So once you push both, and then it will spin. If you have to switch the blade and you want to be 100% for sure that you're not going to cut yourself, besides, you know, avoiding touching this, but I don't know, for some reason, I don't know, you are holding it with your legs or anything like that, you can remove the battery, so that way, you know, 100% this is not going to be activated by accident. If you want to see the battery, the level, you push here, and we have two lights, as you can see here, and that's it. You push once, and that's it, and in a few seconds, it will turn off. So if you want to remove the battery, some brands, they have, you know, a button here on the side, another one like this. In this case, is just push it like this, and then you're going to be able to remove it, and then you can work with this without worrying, you know, about pushing the trigger and cutting yourself. No, now I'm going to show you how you can remove this blade. Also, I'm going to show you something else. For instance, besides cutting, you have different blades, as you can see here. Also, you have the wire blade. So that way, if you want to use something like that, let's say that you want to remove a paint or anything like that, you can use something like this. So you can use it for cutting or for polishing or removing paint very easily. And also you have different type of blades. So you have these, for instance. These are more fragile, so if you hit it, you're going to damage it or you're going to break it. And one of the main thing is some people they remove the guard. That is a very bad idea, because if you have something like this and it breaks, you know, maybe you're cutting and then you move it on the side or something like that, it will break like nothing, and then it will hit your face. So if you want to avoid that, keep this. I will never remove this. If you need something bigger, because sometimes people say, oh, okay, I need to put, you know, a bigger blade. I don't have, you know, a bigger tool or anything like that. That is a very bad idea. For instance, in my case, I have this is 6 inches. I'm going to measure it for you. So as you can see, 6 inches. And if I need something smaller, I have this one. If I need something even a little bit bigger than this, because this is 6 and this is 7, even I have one that is 9. I have different machines. So I have one machine for each size. That's it. So if I want to use something different, I use another machine, and that's it. Otherwise, never remove this, so that way you avoid injuries. So once you do that, now I'm going to show you how to remove it. So again, we have to push this button that you see here, make it spin a little bit until you see the locking mechanism is active. And then with this Allen key, you can remove it very quickly, as you can see. And that's it. So you remove it, put the new one in, and put the nut, and that's it. So if you want to use, for instance, this one, you can do it as well. The advantage of this is that this one, you can hit it, you can do it anything. You can use it as a frisbee, and it will never break. So that is one of the main advantage. The disadvantage is that after X amount of cuts, the diamond that you have here is going to wear out, and it's not going to cut anymore. Even if you see that the size is the same and everything, it's not going to work anymore. The advantage with this is that this is going to cut no matter what, always. And when are you going to throw this away? When this reduce the diameter, like that you cannot use it. So basically you're going to throw it away and buy a new one. Otherwise, if it is in one piece and it's the dimensions that you want, you can cut as much as you want. The only thing, the disadvantage of this is fragile. If I hit it, I'll break it. And also, again, once you start cutting pieces, this is going to, the abrasive, this is going to get, you know, smaller until you cannot use it anymore. So that is the advantage and disadvantages. And this, usually for metal, it will cut way faster than this. This sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Other than that, it will be the same thing. If you want to, for instance, use this brush, so here you have the nut, you unscrew it. In this case, you don't have to use this. You see there is no space to put this. So this, just put it here on the thread that you see here, and that's it. Make sure that you don't lose this, and that is all you need. So I'm going to show you how to use this. So basically, you have 2 discs. I mean, you have one that is going to be in place, so that way you see it's going to hold the disc in place like that. Once it's in place, because if you don't have that, it's not going to work out. And then you're going to put the other one in place, so that way you can keep it in place. Make sure that it's completely straight. You see, once I start adjusting it, it will start spinning. I want to make sure that it's perfectly centered, because that is another thing. You see, there we go. You have to be perfectly centered, otherwise you're going to have issues. There we go. Now, once it starts spinning, you can push the button again. You have to hold it in place until it locks in place. Once you hear the click, and then you can finish this up with a little bit more, and that's it. You don't have to adjust it too much, just a little bit is enough, so that way this will not spin, and that's it. So now we can put this again, just like that. Also, something I forgot to mention, in this case, at least with this model, it has the option that you can put this module, the Bluetooth module, so that way you can trace the tool with the cell phone. So now I'm going to show you how to cut the pipe. Okay, as you can see, it was that quick. It depends of the type of material. So if you're going to cut steel, it's going to take a little bit longer. If you're going to cut plastic, will be, you know, way less. If you have to cut copper, bronze, or anything like that, it will take less. But as you can see, I was able to cut it just fine, very quickly, and that's it. So basically, with this type of disc, you can cut almost everything. Also, you have some discs that are made for concrete, for brick, so you almost can cut anything. So basically, those are the main instructions for this tool. If you want to have more power, I recommend you to use a bigger battery. 9 amps is good. If you use something smaller, and if you have to make a lot of cuts, you're going to deplete the battery very quickly. So 9 amps or bigger, the better. As usual, I am in US. If you want tools, electronics, or anything like that, just let me know. I can ship it to you. Otherwise, I can leave you the link in the video description, so the way you can buy it yourself. If you want to learn more about tools and anything else, go to the playlist. And if you have any question, leave me a comment in the section below, and see you next time. Bye.